Who's not voting? Turns out some of the areas with the lowest voter turnout in the country are right here in our backyard. The Election Project looks at the efforts to turn that around. Here's Pei-Sze Cheng.
On 169th Street in the Bronx, at a pop-up farmer's market. Fresh food isn't the only hard sell.
You're a registered voter. We want to get everybody registered. It's very important.
It's a voter registration drive with a COVID twist.
We hope that you will use this to protect yourself.
Free face shields to keep people safe at the polls.
So when you go on election day...
Shield the Vote is the brainchild of Onita Coward-Mayers, a longtime election organizer.
There are going to be long lines. It's going to be crowded. We need to do whatever we can to encourage New Yorkers to get out and to vote in person and to vote safely.
Getting out the vote in this part of the city is especially critical. According to U.S. Census data, less than 33% of voters here participated in the 2018 election, the seventh lowest of all congressional districts in the country. Councilmember Vanessa Gibson says poverty is the root problem.
Voting isn't at the very top of the priority list. It doesn't mean that families don't prioritize voting. It just means they're struggling to survive and live day by day.
Participation numbers are also incredibly low in parts of Queens. District 6, which includes Flushing, ranked 10th worst in the country in 2018. There are also challenges in Brooklyn.
My name is Camille. I'm a member of the Brooklyn chapter of Jack and Jill.
Camille Joseph Varlak is among the volunteers trying to turn the tide.
I think that people come to the table with all sorts of reasons why they aren't registered to vote, but ultimately I just want to make sure that I educate them, show them what the process is. It's very simple.
It's very simple, but these are very complicated times.
Right now, particularly with the pandemic and people just being concerned about going outside and doing anything, I think that whatever we can do to make them feel comfortable and explain the process to them, that's our responsibility and that's what we need to do.
Indeed, COVID-19 has had a catastrophic impact on voter registration in the city. According to the New York City Campaign Finance Board, new voter registrations are down 37.4% this year compared to the 2016 election. It's especially startling because statewide registrations are only down 3.8%.
Voter registration!
Traditional voter registration drives at subways, bus stops, and street fairs vanished with the pandemic. And there isn't much of a digital safety net when it comes to voting.
We don't have an official online platform to register to vote, and there is a statewide coming one in 2021.
That's why moments like these are everything.
No, I'm not registered because I know they sent me a card.
This 54-year-old man has never stepped into a voting booth, but he will in November.
This is my first time, so it feels good.
It doesn't even matter if you haven't voted in the last 5 years, you can vote this year. There is nothing more important right now than making sure that we protect the right to vote and that we get as many people registered to vote as possible. November 3rd. All right. Thank you so much.
Have a nice day.
Pei-Sze Cheng, News 4, New York.